Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I want to make a video and talk about some tips that might help excel the process of unlocking diamond camo for your snipers in Call of Duty WWII. I know a lot of YouTubers have probably already made their videos on the diamond camo and probably have given their tips on how to help you unlock the camo, but I thought I'd go ahead and give you some of the tips that I picked up on while I was trying to get the diamond, and some things that I thought might be beneficial to you and might actually help you excel the process, like I said, of unlocking the camo. So like I said, I know a lot of other YouTubers have already made their videos on this, talking about it, and I know I'm a little late compared to everyone else, but I just wanted to go ahead and share some of the things that I thought were really beneficial that I wish I knew before going in and trying to unlock the camo. So there's about 3 tips I want to give. The first tip is using the carabin. You have to get one-shot kills for all of the sniper rifles, and the carabin's only semi-auto. That usually takes about 2 shots to kill. So my first tip would be either play hardcore, because everything's a one-shot kill, or if you don't enjoy hardcore, play war mode, only because it doesn't affect your KD, and because you only have to worry about people rushing in front of you. You don't have to worry about watching your back. So like right here in the video, we're playing on Operation Breakout, I think it's called, and on the bridge, everyone's sniping. You can pick off anyone, take your time, aim for their head. You don't have to rush anything. So I think for using the carabin, war mode's pretty huge. And my second tip would actually be using war mode for all the sniper rifles, because again, similar to the carabin, it's just everyone's in front of you. You don't have to worry about watching your back. 99% of the time, you're not the only one sniping. There's going to be a lot of places for you to snipe on all 3 different maps. So playing war mode's really good, and like I said, it doesn't affect your KD. And I think that's probably the biggest thing, because a lot of people, when they go for snipers, when they go for the diamond camo on their snipers, sometimes if you're a sniper, this might be the only diamond you go for, and it can have a big hit on your KD if that's something you worry about. If not, you don't have to worry about that. But if you do, war mode's definitely a good thing. I wish I had thought about that before I started using them, because I do care about my KD. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but I do keep an eye on it and try to keep it as high as I could. And it took a big hit trying to get the sniper rifles diamond, especially because I'm not the greatest sniper in the world. So yeah, I think war mode's definitely a big thing to keep in mind. And the third tip I have is probably the biggest tip I could give you guys, especially because I don't think a lot of YouTubers are actually talking about it or discussing it, and that's that after you get your 100 one-shot kills, there's a challenge where you have to get 50 kills using a division other than the Mountaineer division. So what that means is that basically you can't use the sharpshooter ability, which lets you hold your breath, and that's a big deal, especially for me, for people who aren't the best snipers out there. What that means is you can't hold your breath, and at longer ranges, when you get into longer gunfights, it's a little bit harder to hit your shots, because you have the little sway when you're aiming down scope. So what I decided to do was to switch to a 4x scope, the ACOG scope, and what that allowed me to do when I was in gunfights was to not necessarily go after the long shots, but actually feel more confident in engaging in the closer gunfights, because anyone who's not a good sniper knows that that could be a little bit harder, a little bit more challenging, because when you have someone in front of you and they're strafing back and forth, it can be a little bit difficult to keep your sights on them, especially when you're trying to snipe, because if you're not quick scoping, you're actually sniping, it's really hard to keep them in your sights. So with the ACOG scope, what that allows you to do is keep them in front of you a little bit easier, and even in medium ranges, it's something that, like, when you're at close range and medium range, it's using a 4x scope. It lets you have more control over what you're looking at than using the normal scope does. So if you lose the ability of getting long shots because you can't hold your breath, you might as well use the 4x scope, and that's what I learned. So those are the 3 tips I have: war mode, the 4x scope, and hardcore for the carabin. So those are the 3 tips I have. Thank you for watching the video. If you're still watching, I'd be sure to give you guys more tips next time, but until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys.